The time has come for World Championship Wrestling's most explosive showdown. WCW's Great American Bash 92. He suffered severe injury at the hands of the very man he now faces. Sting's back and ready to rock wrestling's most fearsome athlete, Big Van Vader, with his own prescription for pain. And this time, the title's on the line. Who will be crowned in the battle beyond the belt? Then, it's a once-in-a-lifetime WCW worldwide event. Who will dominate? Who will prevail? Who will be the force of the 90s? Find out when WCW hosts the finals of the NWA World Tag Team Title Tournament. We're talking hard-hitting history, tremendous tradition, and world rocket competition. WCW's Great American Bash 92, Sunday, July 12th. Be there live only on pay-per-view.
Greetings, Earthling. That's where we're at, man.
Oh my God.
That was the intro.
I'm
That's where we're at.
So while we were waiting to start, while I was waiting to be invited into your life today,
Yeah.
I looked ahead to like the next event,
Yeah.
which will be Clash 20, apparently.
Yes.
And I look at what the card is, and I'm like, how the fuck do we get here? And then I look at the Halloween Havoc after that, and I'm like, how the fuck did we get here? So I'm really interested to see how the fuck we get to the future.
Well, since you brought it up, I might as well just address it. I have a plan, because I know, as you were looking as well, that you went, fuck this. We're not going 2 months with TVs that we're just going to suffer through for one show. We're not doing that. And I agree.
You're doing advanced planning. Nice.
Yes, and you're going to love it because it helps us have an enjoyable fucking watch through, and that is, we are going to watch trying to decide, do we want to watch the entire quarterfinal round and the rest of the rounds of the G1, or maybe what I'm going to do, because it's relevant, you know what, I know what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 of the quarterfinal matches, the semis and the final of the G1, because that is the NWA World Heavyweight Championship Tournament they're talking about in our watch through anyway. So it benefits us. It gives us backstory and a fucking break, because I don't want to do that. I ain't doing it. And as usual, I will purvey the viewing material, because somehow I know exactly where this shit is. I just needed dates, and today I got dates, and I went, all right, we're doing this, because that's what I want to do anyway. I remember the final match being awesome. We're doing it. We're watching the G1.
Are these on NJPW World anyways, or no?
They might be.
Do you happen to know?
I don't happen to know, but probably.
I wonder what the commoners who maybe don't sail the high seas to be able to watch along with us if possible. So, no, that's great, because I'll be so honest, as I was also waiting to be invited into your life today.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are we reviewing today? Because, okay, watch Clash. I'm down. Got that. But like, they had 3 events so close to each other that I don't remember where we left off in the previous TV viewing, but I think we got to the July 4th show with Ron Simmons on guest commentary. Apparently.
We sure did. Yeah, that's probably the first thing that matters. Oh, wait, what? No. We got to get into the top 10. And I have it here. I have the graphics right here. So that, I think, is a perfect way to start us off. So our top 10 in WCW going into July 4th of 92. 10, Dustin Rhodes. Okay. 9, Nikita Koloff. 8, Ron Simmons, which is crazy because he's getting so shoved right now. He's getting so shoved right now on TV, and he's number 8.
And again, where we go by the time the next event comes, by the time Clash comes around,
I know, dude.
Wild.
7 is Barry Windham, by God.
Jesus.
6 is Cactus Jack, which I think is disrespectful. He had that great match with Sting at the last pay-per-view. What are we doing here? 5 is Arn. Okay. You know what? That also works because you're doing this weird Arn Sting subplot with them. So, like, okay, at least we made him a top 5 guy. Number 4, Stunning Steve, of course. World TV champion. Number 3, Ricky Steamboat. 2, right? 2 is Vader, which, okay, you got to do that because he's getting the fucking pay-per-view match. And then number 1 is Ravishing Rick Rude, keeping with the trope that the U.S. title is the number 1 contenders trophy, just de facto. That's your top 10. And holy shit. First off, I don't know if you wrote this note for the 7-4. Jolly Rancher is our sponsor this week.
No, I probably did not. I don't think I caught that. Like looking, Barry and Dustin seem like odd additions because they're kind of going for tag team stuff at this point.
Yeah,
and it feels a little disrespectful. Okay, unless you're saying light heavyweight or whatever is a different division, but to not have Scotty Flamingo here or Brian Pillman, like that feels weird to not have them included in the top 10. But if they're being like, oh, that's a different. Here's our light heavyweights top three.
Yeah. I mean, it's bizarre, but I mean, they've been doing this forever, right? Like fucking Mr. Hughes at one point was like number 8, and you're like, okay, what's this guy?
Hey, listen, I'm just pissed about it now all of a sudden. Bro, I'm just like, put some respect on Brian Pillman's name. He should be in the fucking top 10.
Absolutely. And you know, this is the famous time where Bill Watts was like, well, brother, hey, you're going to have to give me some of that money back. And basically, you know, they wanted to renegotiate, and Pillman, being smart, was like, fuck you. Dude, you came in on this deal. You figured out a way to use me and make it worth your money. Sorry. I mean, why would you? If you think about it, especially at that time. So he's in his like jobber phase here, which is shocking that he gets the Liger tag little, like, not really a push because they don't go far, spoiler. But like, yeah, they're not respecting Pillman at all here.
Yeah, I mean, it actually feels like the top rope rule was created as an affront to Brian Pillman.
Yeah,
because he's like the only dumbass. He's the only dumbass that's been hurt by it so far by getting disqualified, right? So it's like, it's just like feels like it's like specifically a punishment for Brian Pillman. It's like saying or making a rule that like you can't have an 8-pack. That would be a direct shot at Rick Rude.
Yeah,
you know,
you can't be ripped anymore, guys. You got to fucking get off that gas. Oh, wait,
Whatever,
they did do that.
Guys.
Remember? Ricky Steamboat told us to not do steroids or drugs.
You know, I'm going to say a quick shout out for Zeman not being in the top 10. Shout out for that.
Yeah.
But it's a very base heavy bottom of the top 10. No, and this guy's just floating that toilet bowl forever, man. Dustin and Barry just floating around there forever. And Ron is just not logical.
No.
At 8.
Hey, number one thing I got that matters that I wrote down on the July 4th. Greg the Hammer, new partner, Dick Slater, which is somehow an improvement from Tailor Made Man.
Okay. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure.
Did you do like magic mushrooms and your shit got mixed up here?
No, like I have something marked as 6/27. I keep calling it the July 4th show.
Okay.
But I don't see that I have a July. Oh, I see July 4th now.
Okay. Nothing really cool happened on the 27th, honestly. So Arn cut a really good promo. That was it.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to make sure because.
Yeah. Look for one sponsored by Jolly Ranchers.
Ron Heat.
Yeah.
I think I said Super River someone, and Ron is just horrible on the mic.
Yes.
Ron has his headband. He quotes Cowboy Bill Watts, Dusty Rhodes, and Martin Luther King.
Yeah, those are his heroes.
As I did, those are his 3 heroes. That is fucking hysterical. Taylor Made Man versus Dustin. Ron is on commentary. Hammer interferes. Ron's in on it. Ron's just like always ready to be on the mic, and I'm so ready for Ron to not be on the mic. The more you hear Ron, dude. The more you hear Ron on the mic during like this period, you understand why his best known phrase is "damn."
Damn. Yeah, but it was a hell of a fucking line, you know.
Can't lie. One word. Just needs one word and a punctuation mark at the end. You know, and he's good. But yeah, make him talk. Believe me.
Hey, this is also the first time we see the Steiners with the IWGP tag belts. They beat up on Buddy Lee Parker and Randy Starr. Don't ask me why I wrote that down.
Oh, yeah, okay. I got July 4th up now. Yeah, it's a cool intro. We got the Steiners with the titles, the Japanese titles.
Yep.
I'm sure they beat the Japanese team. We'll cover that. We'll cover that a bit in this episode. But yeah, this is where all of a sudden, like, Dick Slater is showing up on our screen.
Don't like it. Not really into it.
On our country's birthday, you're giving me Dick fucking Slater. Yeah, this is where Ron just keeps saying, "Believe me, believe me, it sucks to get punched. Believe me, you hit a man in the stomach and he can't breathe. Believe me, the earth is flat." He just keeps saying, "Believe me," over and over. It's Dick Slater. Yeah. It's Dick Slater and the Hammer Valentine versus Bagwell and Josh. And
it sucks.
Bagwell kind of gives me like Team AJ Styles. Like, I don't know why. He just kind of gives me that, like, if you built him in a video game, it'd just be that frame kind of. I had that here. And then I LOL because the Hammer and Slater won.
Of course they did.
I was like, they fucking won?
That's Bill Watts booking, baby.
What the hell did Big Josh and Bagwell do? Bagwell's got Big Josh strapped around him now, so yeah, it's not going to be a good thing.
Well, Big Josh is about to become Krusty the Clown not too long from now.
Oh, nice. That's actually it's definitely that's a trade up.
Yeah.
Scott and Rick get interviewed, and Scott is not good on the mic.
No,
Scott
it's so bad.
He's so not good. It might be all the Frankensteiners, and somehow, like he said, has had a few times too many. But yeah, dude, he should have taken public speaking at Michigan, at least a semester or two.
And they have a great broadcasting wing, a great school there. I mean, you could have at least got Rich Eisen to, like, fucking sit you down, brother. I feel like Rich Eisen probably was around when he was around there. Like, hey, have Rich Eisen sit you down and be like, this is how you speak English publicly.
I don't know if this is, like, ironic or not, but it's interesting that Scott Steiner's best known promo involves math instead of, like, language.
It's crazy.
You know? So, like, that's kind of an interesting, I'm thinking about it. I'm reflecting on that, man. Steve is taking on P.S. Michael Hayes.
This rules.
I will probably save my. No, I'll say it now. I really feel like, especially when I watch The Clash, Michael Hayes at this time gives me such strong Chris Jericho vibes.
Yeah,
just this dude rocking this rocker gimmick like a bit too long. Like, still interested seeing him in the ring, still interested to hear him talk, but just floating, just to kind of like just doing this thing where he had the U.S. titles, he did whatever. Like, it's just when I see him, I just get that Jericho vibe from him, and I don't know if like Garvin's his Jake Hager maybe. We'll see.
Think so.
Wait. Steve is the best athlete, and he can beat Barry in 5 minutes. I don't know. Somebody must have said that on the mic.
Yeah. There's a whole thing here. But we did skip over Cactus killing Italian Stallion. I do want to mention he fucking wipes the floor with him. Yeah. But then it's cool because they're doing a feud with him and Ricky Steamboat. And I don't know what happens, but I'm bummed out because I know it doesn't fucking develop the way it needs to. And I feel like this was a missed great fucking thing for WCW. I think this should have fucking gotten way more legs, man. That was it. Brad Armstrong won.
Brad Armstrong won. There's an impromptu match, I'm guessing, for Barry.
Yes.
And Dustin counts a pin. And I swear to God, these two guys just seem like the biggest fucking nerds. I am naming them the Cowboy Kids.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're basically the Nepo babies and they're cowboys. Okay? So they're Cowboy Kids. Jesse starts calling them the Texicans.
Yes, he does. And I'm like, whoa, okay.
I was like, where did I get picked up from? And it feels wrong, but we're gonna talk about Jesse a lot during this episode because I fucking love this man.
Oh my God, he's the best. He really is the best. Yeah, this Steve Barry thing, it's also very like old hat. Like it feels like some shit that would have been on TBS in 72 instead of fucking 92. And Bill Watts being like, well, they wanted to fight, so we ain't running daycare here. And I'm going, yeah, but like, isn't it supposed to be like pro wrestling, not like your drunk uncles fighting in the yard? It was weird. It was very disconnected to me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fast forward to like the end of Clash or Bash without spoiling it. But in the finals of the tag team match, I was like, this looks like it's from 1982.
It was.
The crowd is so dark. Like somehow even the ring itself looks like it was from 1982. Like it just sitting there, it definitely stands out that it just feels so dated all of a sudden. But yeah, the Cowboy Kids, they're dorks. The Barbarian comes out.
Yes. What the fuck is that?
The Barbarian comes out, and then Bobby takes on Zeman. Cool. Bill Watts informs us the U.S. tag titles are going bye-bye. The Barbarian and Dick Slater are together. I'm like, he doesn't go here. He just showed up to look at the tag titles.
Yeah.
They want to be the last U.S. tag title holders, right? And it's like, Barbarian, we didn't even know you existed 2 minutes ago in this universe.
Brother,
the tag titles.
The last time I saw you was like probably WrestleMania 7 last year. What are we doing here? You know?
And now you're making me miss the Road Warriors. So thanks, Dick.
There you go, dude.
Literally and figuratively.
And they're in WWF right now spinning those wheels, brother. And that's why the Steiners are about to get the call, which, I don't know what we're going to do when the Steiners jump ship, dude. That's going to be a crazy WCW. Because I never have watched that. But
it's going to be so... I have no clue where the fuck we're going in these next 2 episodes. It's weird.
Speaking of have no fucking clue, what are we doing with Bobby Eaton here? He works Zeman. It's a fucking nothing-ass match. Thank God he wins it. But it's like we're doing nothing with Bobby. What happened?
I don't know. Do we have a reason for like the Crunchers like getting kicked out, right? Because it's like Bobby and the Cruncher were a good tag team.
We
like them together. And then they're like, no, we're just going to split them up. And now Bobby, like Arn's number 3 for the world title, right? Like he's not in the team there, and they haven't brought in really anybody else for him to tag with, kind of. It's all weird. Nikita takes on Young Pistol Tracy.
Yes.
What was the other one's name?
It was Steve Armstrong.
Oh, Young Pistol Steve. Okay. This one has a funny moment where JR lets us know that Nikita Koloff wants the U.S. title more than the world title because it would mean more to him because it's the United States. And he loves America so much.
Right. And it does. And then the other one, remember, they like, oh, fuck, we got to put it over again. And then the other guy, I can't remember who said what, goes, well, but remember, the U.S. title makes you number 1 contender anyway. It's like, oh, right. Yeah. So we're just making a stupid angle that we already shit on with rules that we made before it. So good job. Yeah.
Sting gets interviewed by JR.
Yeah.
I don't need notes for it. Sting just feels like Sean Penn in Dead Man Walking.
Yeah.
Like right. It's just like every interview, like he's trying. Like I said, he's filming them from like a warehouse 12 miles away and mailing them in like 3 at a time. And also he's interview with JR. And just like I said, I mean, it feels very Rocky 3. It feels very. He is Rocky Balboa, and Clubber Lang is Vader, and he's going to murder him. And Sting does not have a Mickey to tell him he's going to murder you, kid.
Yeah, murder you. Where he's got Harley Race. Like, where's like I don't know, fucking Jack Briscoe to be with? Well, that may be a bad move, but Tommy Rich. Let's go full circle, brother. How about Tommy Rich comes over? Hey, Sting, I see you need a partner, brother. You need somebody to. And everyone's like, fuck yeah, I remember. And that fits Bill Watts' gimmick too, because we'll go through it like you already said. He thinks it's 1982 still. So he'll fucking see Wildfire come in and be like, oh my God, we need to push him. So I think that should have happened.
Okay, now I see how now I'm seeing how my notes are lined up.
There we go.
And then Rick takes on Jimmy Garvin.
Weird.
And Nikita's on the mic because we got Nikita going for Rick. Because he is the U.S. champion.
Right.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Who's the TV champion now?
It is Stunning Steve.
Still Steve.
He's about to get a brand new belt, too. That debuts at the Bash, which was neat.
You know what? Barry winning that title almost just feels like a cheap way to keep him in the top 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all.
Like, you don't belong here, dude.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Okay. July 4th worldwide. Now we live in the other side of the universe. And who shows up?
Who shows up? Because I didn't see this.
Our boy Danny shows up.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll go back and watch that then.
On the July 4th worldwide. Because my first thing is just Danny! Exclamation point.
Nice.
Versus Gary Jackson. But yeah, having Danny pop back up, knowing like Dr. Death and Terry Gordy are in this universe, at least for now, like things like can feel cool, but then like you remember Dick Slater exists and you're like, oh fuck. Yeah. That's literally in a Pillman versus Steve Austin match on the show.
Ooh,
2 things there for you.
Definitely gonna watch that then. That was
Danny and Pillman versus Steve.
Nice.
Okay, and now on to the July 11th, Saturday night.
The go home, right. Baby. What a fucking phoned in go home show, man. It's in front of a green screen. It's just Bill and JR, and they literally look like they're in a bomb shelter. It's like they went outside at the building in Albany the night before. Like this was a shoot. Like you almost go, is it live? Because they look fucking miserable. Like, how would you air something in the can that looks this bad? Is kind of what you think, and then you remember it's WCW. Yeah,
I mean, right? Shit's weird. I mean, okay. I guess they have their format for the Bash figured out, and I do admit, watching the Bash, I was like, this is a really well-paced show.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they have the tag matches and was able to split them right. But they have 2 title changes they announced on the show.
Yeah.
They announced that Brad won the light heavyweight title and Bam Death won the tag titles. And part of it's just like I said, I understand Bam Death is in the tournament, so they can't win the titles, I guess, at the show or whatever. But it just feels like weird, like that light heavyweight title, bro. Like you just come in and tell us like how the movie ends. You could have had us ready for that at the Bash, an opening match or whatever you needed for a space in those tag matches. You know, I'm sure it'll be one segment in there. I say that could have been this title.
100%. Yeah, and also just like fucking speaks to how little they really do give a fuck about the whole thing, because they're like, oh, by the way, on this house show that we sort of promoted like 1 week of TV for, fuck, man. And it's Scotty Flamingo. Come on.
It feels very 24/7 title where like everybody in the division can just say they're 8-time champions.
Yeah,
within a year, because it's just 3 people beating each other over and over. The rock, scissors, paper. And they just keep beating each other over and over for a title, and they can say they're many-time champion. Yeah, Bill and Jim are on the mic. It is as bad as that sounds.
Yeah.
Bill, nothing turns Bill on more than the sound of his voice.
Oh,
for him to talk. Dustin and Barry take on Richard Morton. Richard Morton and Bobby. Richard Morton and Bobby as a tag team.
Unbelievable.
Tell me that's not a cool idea. The Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express. One from each tagging up together. That's fucking interesting. Besides what they have both
Morton
of them doing right now, which is nothing. Because Morton's in here with Young Pistol Tracy. Bill Watts lets us know one of the reasons the top rope moves are banned is because Sting was injured with a top rope move.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, that wasn't even in a match. What are you talking about? Like, it's so stupid. It's just a stupid reason to go, oh, Sting can't take a top rope, a second rope slide. I don't know what was top rope. Whatever splash. And because of that, nobody can go top rope anymore. Sting ruined it for everybody because his ribs aren't man enough for it.
Yeah. And also the whole Bill Watts era so far has been, let me just beat it in your head. You can't do anything. We're going to do all this limited wrestling. You could turn to the other channel where Vince don't give a fuck what you do off the top because everyone's fucking gassed. But the one company that has guys that can do this, you're not doing it. And everyone always defended it as like, yeah, but then you slowly, yeah, but you didn't have that time, Bill. Let's go, brother. We need to turn a profit. We need to do something different. And that was the wrong thing to do different.
And the Saturday night ends with Johnny B taking on George South. And I just wrote down, no, JR. I don't find George South competitive. Because he mentions about how competitive George South. I'm like, no, bro. I've literally never seen him win a match. I don't believe this man even has a finishing move.
The only thing I had that was cool is they did do like a big ass fucking video thing for Vader that came off really good. And Bill Watts like put him over huge. And like, it's like, oh, a former big guy putting over a big guy. And Sting beat DDP in this show. But it was just like a nothing squash match. So that gets us here. We're in Albany, Georgia. For some reason, I thought it was Augusta. That's how little Albany is in my mind. Sorry, Albany residents in Georgia. No,
if you're going to go cities in Georgia that start with A, I mean, I might even go Athens second.
Definitely.
Albany, Georgia. So fuck y'all. All y'all.
Yeah, exactly. All y'all.
Our 0.2 viewers, our 0.2 listenership in Albany, Georgia is just gone now.
I don't know if you watched the version I did where it had like it was a live feed and they came in with it. That was neat. And then I expected Shivani and Eric B to introduce us to the world. And it was Shivani and Magnum TA. And I was like, whoa, no Eric. Eric's in the back tonight.
We went, and here's the fucking weird thing, right? Is they got the Beach Blast or whatever that was last time. And they're all dressed in, like I said, a country club geek. And now they come out for like the Great American Bash. Sounds like a fun time. And they're fucking tuxedos. Fucking WCW and their love for tuxedos.
Yeah, I wonder why you went out of business, motherfucker. Everyone had to have a tux all the time.
And they let us know that Nogami has an eye injury from the from the Japanese team.
Yeah, from the New Japan Japanese team. Oh, and then remember JR, he's getting looked at by the Japanese doctors. Thank you. Yeah, in Tokyo, I had no idea that the doctors would also be as Japanese as Akira Nogami.
Oh my god, bro!
Holy shit!
Yeah, and then we switched to Jesse and Jim. So yeah, we basically got 3 spots here of where we're going for our news.
This is historic.
Missy nowhere to be found, right?
Missy nowhere to be found, and I'm sure we know why. But
okay,
I think this was the end.
Okay, we cut to Jesse and JR. Jesse just has this crazy ass fucking suit on.
Yeah.
Like it was like it's like Technicolor almost.
No entrance music for Jesse here.
No, Jesse's seated, man, and then Bill and Eric together. Oh. Bill and Eric B. So that's a great combo there. Literally no notes from like almost any of this. Besides that, Nogami from the Japanese team has an eye injury.
Fucking unbelievable, dude. Yeah, and then again, Bill Watts wouldn't shut the fuck up about, I'm just reminding everybody that the NWA matches, they can go off the top. WCW, they can't. And I went, cool, so where's that NWA show to watch instead of this shit? Is really what they end up doing. Because if I was a kid at this time watching, that's what I would have been. I would have been like, where in the magazines is this NWA show? Because fuck WCW. Fucking hate them. They no going off the top. Nothing. Fuck that, dude. I want the NWA, brother.
So. Man, it's fucking insane because then it also took away the mats. Took away the mats outside.
Oh, right.
Like, I mean, like, what the fuck are we? So first match we have the Pillman Liger versus Rakita. Yes. It's a good solid match.
Yeah.
Pillman and Liger, they work well together. I think Jesse, by this point, even is already mentioning, kind of just the weight differences for the smaller team. I just wish it was Pillman and Liger.
Right. Yeah,
You know?
or even honestly, a Steamboat Liger had a little bit of legs when they wrestled each other. Nikita Liger was good, but Brian and Liger is the money here, and you could just feel it.
I feel like Rakita just annoys me because
Yeah,
it's like they were, or what, weren't they originally the Lithuanian delegation, and then all of a sudden like switches through they're from the USA, or is that a different
yeah.
tournament? I don't know. I don't even fucking know anymore. Um, but yeah, I think that team just annoys me. I feel like they don't belong here. I feel like we could
Get
have
out
made
of here.
another team. Give me Cactus and Abby. Bring that maniac back. You know.
Fuck yeah.
Um, then we get Hase and Hashimoto versus the Freebirds.
Oh,
And I'm gonna keep saying it, but like I said, I just love that they just keep saying the team from Japan. I really just wish they would have given them a cool ass nickname,
yeah.
even as like temporary nickname, you know. But they just keep saying the team from Japan over and over. A promo video, the team from Japan.
I will say though, this fucking match was so funny to me because Shinya Hashimoto just starts throwing fucking bombs of kicks at both Freebirds, and they don't know what to do. You can see they're just like, we're getting our asses whooped, eh? And, you know, Jimmy Jam's like, yeah, baby. And they just fucking had those chests ready to go. Because, I mean, what are you going to do, man? And then Hase's just throwing everyone on their head. I think at one point he does drop Hayes right on his motherfucking head. And that is wild.
I got two main notes for this match. One is Jesse informing JR that they eat fish heads and rice over there. That was great. And JR makes a point that with Nogami dropping out, you know, the Freebirds won't be properly prepared for Hashimoto or whoever was replacement based off of, you know, the homework they do. And I'm like, you cannot convince me the Freebirds do homework for any fucking matches.
They don't do
I don't
homework
believe
for
they,
the drugs.
I believe they show up. If they're a first team that gets announced, they show up, and whoever comes from that back room is just as big a surprise as anybody else in the crowd. Because I've no doubt we saw how Freebird Enterprises works.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's. I mean, you imagine they have to find videotapes and haul a VCR on the road to do research, and they're getting Japanese. Oh, and they're tape trading in 1992. Sure, these two are. Sure, they are.
Yeah, they've seen a lot of Shinya matches, brother.
And then, yeah, like I'm kind of shocked they let the team from Japan win.
Team from Japan wins. Northern Lights suplex win to Hase's the man. I mean, you know, if you know, you know.
I mean, it's a really cool match because it's kind of one where it's just like, the Freebirds are a bit like, you're like, can they hang in the ring?
Yeah.
And I just like earlier they had like the Lucha team they were going against, and they hung with them pretty well. And here, kind of this Japanese, more strong style, tossing them around, and they hang pretty well here too. So like, it's really cool if those differing styles, these guys can really go in there and produce an entertaining match for us. And like I said, and it was a surprise to the finish for me at least.
And we had the big announcement for our next little watch along here, which will be we got Bill Watts, of course, has to be the one holding Big Gold. So they got Big Gold from Rick. He finally sent it in the mail. Can't believe it's not beat to fuck, but he doesn't do the Stan Hansen. He's standing with it was Eric B, right? He's with Eric B.
No, it's Tony.
Oh, Tony, it's important. So yeah, Eric B couldn't be involved. And
Eric B's Eric B's like a
off.
sideline reporter. He's a sideline reporter, you know.
The one-time leader of the Four Horsemen, Hiro Matsuda, and he says this is another one about talk about the Japanese team. We're gonna have a tournament in Sumo Hall, and it's gonna be a big one. And yep, we're gonna have a new champ, and then that's it. And all right, cool. Fucking weird. Oh, and he does mention we will have a unification bout once we figure out who the champion is. That does not occur, by the way, till June of 1994.
Yeah, okay. Like, Bill is actually making me really miss Dusty.
Yeah.
I'm saying because it basically is like any time that Dusty had, and it's just replaced with Bill, it just is not good. Hiro Matsuda. They mentioned they had to take the last champion's name off the belt, which is Flair.
Yeah.
So Flair's name gets mentioned again. Oh yes, and then we'll have a consolidation match for one world's champion. And you're just like, it's the Spider-Man memes pointing at each other, or like that hot dog from we're all trying to figure out who did this. Because just like we're creating a new title to then unify them later. What?
It's really fucking dumb, man. And welcome to WCW going forward. Holy fuck. And then probably one of the better matches on the card, Rick Rude and Stunning Steve against Dustin and Barry, second round. Pretty good. Like I said, one of the better ones. I mean, obviously, there's much better coming later, but it was fine. I think the crowd really kind of burnt out on the whole tournament thing pretty early in hindsight. Like, they definitely were like, oh shit, we gotta like keep seeing some of these guys. Oh man, we didn't really want to see Rakita again. Or definitely later, we didn't want to see Barry and Dustin 3 times.
I feel like most of my notes on this show is going to be the commentary. So yeah, again, it's like I put on the Cowboy Kids. This is where I dubbed them the Cowboy Kids. Jesse asks a great question. Why are Barry's fists still taped?
Yeah.
That was 9 months. That was 9 months ago. Jesse is he's just so on point with every criticism. He does things that I normally hate, but the way Jesse does it, I love it. So yeah, Jesse says, why are his hands taped? And Jesse doesn't trust Ole. And this is where I wrote down, Jesse is me. Like, I'm like, every instinct that he has, every way he leans, I'm like, I'm with Jesse on every single argument he has. He doesn't trust Ole. He says that Rick Rude reminds me of me.
I do remember that.
That's so good. I love that it's a Tombstone pile driver.
Yeah.
I love that he was here like a year and a half ago and literally created a move that they refer to as the move he created.
Yeah.
Like that is cultural cachet or whatever. It's just amazing. It's a Tombstone pile driver because it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Like
sure.
You could call it something else pretty easily. Jesse loves rules. He says that. He says, I love rules. And it's interesting. I think he's a libertarian later. But I'm like, you know what? He was a fucking Navy SEAL. He does love rules. He loves order. He loves, to know that these are the things I need to accomplish. So I'm like, love Jesse. He critiques where Dustin stands on the apron.
Yeah.
If he was standing on the other side, he would have been able to tag him.
Yep. It's long enough.
It's that stuff you see in a match and you go, yeah, why the fuck are you standing so far away? Like, you could just move to the other side of the corner and like you'd be right there for the tag, Jesse calls him out, and that's where it's also the first time I think I noticed where he calls them the Texicans, or at least the first time I'm marking it down, the Texicans.
Yes. Well, the Texicans won, and I'm like, oh god. It's interesting, but
his disdain for faces is just great.
Yeah.
Because he just points out like their hypocrisy is so easy. You go, oh yeah, I believe Jess. Vader, Harley, and Eric.
Oh, this is money right here, buddy. Talking about how, if you think Vader's going to win the title, it's a gross understatement. I'm like, all right. Harley can't really speak. It's one of those things that I think everyone sort of shielded him for years. I don't understand it. Because when people want to tell me the Harley race was a great promo, I'm like, have you heard him talk? Because he's not. Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out who else you kind of get in that spot for Vader. Like, I think you need somebody there. But
JJ.
He's also on his own, But Vader's just, they're very intent on like crushing the little stingers' souls.
Yeah.
I know that's just a big focus for them. It's just those little fucks out there, those little fucks in the crowd who paint their face. I want them crying at the end of Bash.
I want them dead.
I love their attitude.
Yeah. Rakita again, brother. Wrestling Doc and Gordy, who are fresh. They have not wrestled one match, and it shows. This goes a while, though. And it's fine. It's a good match, but I mean, I think everyone kind of figured Doc and Gordy are going to get the big win there. And they do.
Jesse, this is where he comments on the switch of style from the round 1 match for Rakita, where it's kind of like the lighter guys versus Bam Death.
Yeah.
So he mentions that. Oh, JR makes a comment like that somebody would wrestle for free. And Jesse was just like, why would you do it for nothing?
Oh, yeah, I think it was Steamboat. He was like, I'm pretty sure they do it for free. And he was like, are you kidding? You should never do anything for free.
And Jesse calls out the lack of tags.
Yes.
By Rakita. Because Bam Death is tagging in and out freely. And you said this kind of the match seems long. And Rakita's in there for like 5-minute chunks at a time. They just switch. It's like they're in there as solo wrestlers who happen to be in a tag team.
It's like, wow.
And Jesse's consistent about tags. If he does call out, I believe, the heels at one point or something, because they broke a rule and he did call them out, actually. So I'm like, thanks, Jesse. Thank you for proving that. Like, you always call it the small shit with assholes, you know?
Right. And then, of course, we just go right from there to the fucking next one. Hase and Shinya against Dustin and Barry fucking again. And I really was like, man, this Hase and Shinya would have been a better match in the finals. It just seems like the smarter move. They don't go with that. They lose. It's a good match.
Yeah. I mean, because especially guys going against Bam Death. It's like these guys know each other. I mean, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe like, no, you know what? Those guys are going to put on too big of a banger. Let's get Cowboy Kids in the finals.
Right. Maybe the dumb fans we have here in Albany, Georgia, may not be able to handle that. And
the Sting Invader.
What about Ron's promo? it's the same promo.
Haven't we been through enough this week?
Yeah, that's.
You feel free to cover it. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Ron, this is where I said, and now I understand why Damn is his most well-known verbal ease in wrestling, because,
yes,
man, he's rough, bro. He's rough.
It's like, if you can't, I say this to my wife all the time when we watch wrestling. I'm like, I just don't get why this elementary fucking belief has not been just seeped into all the skulls in wrestling today, which is simple. If you can't talk, don't give them time to talk. And if you can talk, you should be getting a lot more time to talk than the others. This is simple. But WCW is like, nope, all the top guys got to cut the same amount of promos. It's like, no, because Ron can't do it. Have him go out there and kill somebody. It's a better use of 2 minutes.
Who are the 3 faces right now that we're most excited to see get mic time? I'm guessing Sting. Mostly Sting. You just never know where that's going to go.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want the mic in front of any other face at this point. Maybe Pillman, so I can hear something kind of racist or something.
I mean, Brian.
Yeah, except Pillman, maybe like the only other one. Everybody else, I'm like, I don't want any of you guys on the mic.
Yeah, because everyone good on the mic right now is Arn, Paulie, Rude. Medusa's okay. Sometimes she gets kind of flubbed up. Steamboat is like weird. He's like hot and cold because he'll have a really good promo and then he'll ruin it with a really bad line. He's very dad jokey.
It's that thing where it's like the faces just can't look cool. Like they can't be fully cool. They have to do something dorky by the end of the promo.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, the Sting Vader match is just, I wrote on dope. There's so much that happens. Vader's punishing Sting. Sting gets some nice suplexes in. I know you'll have a full rundown of it, but just a super dope match. Feels weird to not main event the show.
Yeah.
And again, maybe that's where that light heavyweight title could have came in there, then do the tag final, and then do Sting. We fixed it. Look at us. But I mean, for your world title to change hands, not in a main event, is fucking weird.
It's really, really fucking weird. And I mean, this match is like brilliant because it's simple. Because right off the bat, Vader just fucking puts Sting in the corner and is just beating the fuck out of him. The real difference here is right away, Vader's like, no, y'all are going to learn that I'm going to whip your ass. And he is that the whole time in WCW. He doesn't let up. He's not a watered down version of him in New Japan. He's like, nope, you bought the New Japan guy, you're getting him. Maybe crazier too. And he beats the fuck out of Sting. And then, but the thing that's brilliant here is Vader would sell for you. You know, he would make it interesting. He would do the Rock sell. And I don't mean the Rock. I mean like the Rock around and like, you know, the like, grab for the ropes and like that sort of like zombie stumble shit. And he does that great here. There's a lot of great shit where Sting fucking clotheslines him over the top. That's a crazy like thing. And he's flying all over the fucking place. What I love too is in these matches, because going forward, it does end up being not even a formula, but a thing they would do where he'd give Sting like 2 or 3 things and really have him like reeling, and then Vader cut him off. And then he'd go back to the heat and he'd just beat the fuck out of him. And that's what this is. And I love what they do. They like tease the German and they didn't get it. Ref gets bumped for a second. He gets it. He has a pin on it. It's like Vader's fucking beat here. Nope. And then Vader pops up, hits him with a fucking German suplex. And that sort of leads us into the very end there where Sting just fucking wallops him, gets him up, hits the big fucking Vader powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. And you feel it. The crowd is like, what the fuck? They expected it, but they didn't believe it. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, whoa, that was incredible. And it should have been the main event because there was no energy in that building after this.
One other addition to not earlier than that, probably 2/3 of the way through is Sting starts doing his stinger splashes during one of his rallies. It just like nails his head off the ring post.
Yes, and bleeds.
And bleeds. And so that becomes kind of a thing too where, I mean, like, Sting, like I said, it's such strong Rocky 3 vibes. And this is Clubber Lang just destroying him kind of because Sting takes a whooping, gets a few moments of sunshine kind of. But yeah, it's just a strong Vader victory. Like, there's no point where you're like, oh, Sting has it. Sting's going to win this. Like, no, 0 point that I think Sting was actually winning. And I don't know if it's just us living in the future, but it just feels inevitable that this big man Vader, this beast, is going to win this title.
Well, you know,
and Sting's going to go shoot him. Sting will shoot a movie or something. Like, it has that energy.
You also, like, you know, if you think about it, if you had been watching this promotion or Jim Crockett, which is its grandfather, you'd know the psychology of things. Like, if a fucking monster heel's coming to the territory and the top guy's the babyface, he's losing to that fucking heel every time. That's just how they do business. So it's like that. And then even if you don't, just how they set it up. Like, Vader was the killer. People were talking about Vader in promos that had nothing to do with Vader. So it's like, oh, okay, you're telling us that this is who you watch. This is what's interesting. Like, Harley Race is cutting promos for him and he's nowhere to be seen for what, like 2-3 weeks? That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, he feels like an attraction because it is kind of those, and his, I mean, Harley, I guess, is better than those Sting taped messages. But yeah, I mean, it's a really great match. Seek it out. It's fun. It's Vader kind of just, you know, near to pick up his powers, working with Sting, and like you mentioned, Vader, I believe in real life, he's a very nice gentleman, and he's very giving for with Sting to get tossed around, to get taken off his feet as a giant. So respect there. Nice side of the win, but like you said, the energy was sucked out of the building.
Yeah,
and this is where, as the match was happening, I was like, this looks like it was 1982. Just the look of the screen. And like, we're watching it on some weird technology, right? That might be faded, but like, versus the last show even, This just looks like it happened in 1980.
Yeah, they've definitely fucked it up in really a lot of ways. I mean, the in-ring is good, like we're getting this because the main event is Doc and Gordy against Dustin and Barry in the finals for the NWA World Tag Team title. Like I said, though, a lot of the reason I think the energy's out here is I don't think Barry and Dustin should be in this spot. I know that in their heads they're thinking, well, they're like the upper mid baby faces, so it fits. People wanted to see them in the Steiners. I almost feel like this would have honestly been done well with some sort of weird swerve bullshit. Like, have these guys get beat to fuck in the back. Oh, I don't know. I know you did that already, but it's like, fuck, Bill's already doing everything already. So it's like, get the Steiners were there in person on the fucking ring. I know they're selling it and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But it's like, this was not the move. Whatever you needed to do, it wasn't this.
What's not interesting?
Yeah.
What's interesting is just the fact that it's like, cool, we're consolidating from the U.S. tag titles just on one tag team title. But literally, this tag division is shit.
Yeah.
Outside of Steiners and Bam Death, like everything else is just these thrown together teams. Nobody else really we care that much about. It's just, it's a really shit division from what it used to be.
It really is.
I don't have any notes here, but there's a killer clothesline. Killer clothesline. Loved it. So, the right team won. It's funny. I went into this. I remembered seeing this from like our preview and seeing the title change. So in my head, I said something last time about who's going to beat them. You said, we'll see. And so in my head, I went into this match thinking that the Cowboy Kids were going to win.
Yeah.
And they didn't. So I was actually really surprised because I really thought the Cowboy Kids were going to win. And I was very happy they didn't.
Yeah. That would have been fucking really bad. There would have been refunds requested, I think, if that would have happened. But yeah, I mean, you kind of had to. You kind of had to give Doc and Gordy everything. Because then obviously, I mean, I don't have to guess. The Steiners probably going to get their belts not soon after this. And I mean, you even mentioned looking forward that it's like there's so much shit coming down the pike that doesn't make any fucking sense. And that fits.
It's definitely a thing where you're just like, wait, how the fuck did we get from A to C?
Yeah.
I have to find out where the fuck B happens here because it is just bizarre. Okay, yeah. So Bam Death wins. At the end of the show, I probably it's Jim Ross and Jesse doing an outro.
Yeah.
And some kid in the background has a sign that says, "Vader is the man, Sting is a woman."
Oh fuck! All right, well,
it was just great. It was great seeing a little Stinger being the one holding that sign.
Like, you're a fucking, and he doesn't even know what he's saying.
Pussy.
Just like, all right, brother, like you might want to chill on that. No, I really mean it. It's like, all right, dude.
It's like one thing that's kind of weird is like they're doing this, the Bash tour, kind of that traditional tour.
Yes.
It looks like there's 37 stops, and it just seems odd that like this pay-per-view is just stuck between 10 and 11.
Oh yeah.
Like not that it like builds to like at the end the Great American Bash, like at the end builds to something. It's just like, no, we throw the pay-per-views in the middle, and then we have another 3 weeks. We keep just going with the same name.
And that
I
definitely,
don't know if it's name. I mean, it's name recognition or something, but yeah, it feels weird at least. But
I'm sure, and I'm pretty positive it had happened before, but yeah, it's weird that it's in the middle. Usually it would at least be the end of something, but no, it's fucking WCW brass for you, man. They know better than us, Jim. You got to remember.
We've never successfully run a wrestling company into the ground, so.
Oh, no. They wouldn't know anything about that. Good fucking Christ. I'm looking at the Clash shit.
Dude, like, what the fuck? How did we get here?
Well, we don't need to talk about the Clash because, like I said, we'll do a little G1 special next time. That's what we're going to do. We need a fucking palate cleanser because I feel like we're about to eat some shit. Yeah, dude. It's so...
Okay, so just... Okay, so we'll be previewing the Clash on after the next episode? at the end of the next episode?
But we can do it here because honestly, we did it pretty quick. So next week, just real quick, there's not a lot to say. I'll tell you the G1 matches we'll be watching. We got the 2 second rounder ones, which is just the quarters. Is Rick Rude against Shinya Hashimoto? Had to throw that on the docket. We got Keiji Muto, Stunning Steve. And your semis are Rick Rude against Kinsuke Sasaki. And then the other one is Chono and Muto. And, of course, the finals. So that'll be all we watch for next week. I figure let's give ourselves a fucking easy week. I'm trying to find good breaks here because, man, I fucking hated when we had to do the literal 3 months almost. It was like 2.5 months of fucking TV before we had a break. It was crazy. But, oh, you know what? The Clash thing is actually, wow.
And what is the date for that G1? Like, when does it actually happen?
The G1 is going to be the final round is August 12th. So it actually works perfect for what we're doing because it's literally the next month after what we just watched. There's some heat on this fucking 20th anniversary Clash 20. I mean, obviously the opener, Stunning Steve, Ricky Steamboat, no DQ World TV title match. Crazy.
That sounds fun. Sounds fun.
Tag, we finally got Arn and Beautiful Bobby together again, at least for a little while, with Michael Hayes as the manager. So we'll get into that. Against Dick and Greg Valentine with Larry Zbyszko, which is crazy. They're baby faces. I don't know how that happens. The World Heavyweight Championship. Yes.
Who's Vader going against?
It's Ron Simmons defending the World Championship against Cactus Jack.
What?
Yeah, and there's a whole thing. That's another reason why we need a break, because I got to like dive into the newsletters on that one, because there's a lot behind what gets Ron to the World Championship. Barry and Dustin against Butch Reed and the Barbarian.
And yeah, like looking at the results, those motherfuckers are just in the finals of the tag tournament. What's happening?
Yeah, well, welcome. And then we have an 8-man elimination tag, which I am excited to watch. Vader, Jake Roberts, Rick Rude, and the Super Invader, of course, against Nikita, Sting, and the Steiners. And I know I've watched this show before, but God, we're talking about years and years ago. This is a crazy fucking little docket coming up. And then, of course, we got fucking Halloween Havoc after that. But I don't even want to fucking think about that yet, because it's a total clusterfuck until that point.
You know, for as much as I complimented kind of the structure of this event, again, could have added in a light heavyweight title match and put the world title final.
Yes.
This next one seems so bizarrely set up.
It's
starting with the no DQ match. The heavyweight title match is in the middle of the card.
Yeah.
Leading to Butch Reed back in our life with the Barbarian.
Yeah.
In a match with the people who were just in the finals of the tag tournament.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. Just bizarre.
Well, we are in bizarre times, Jim. This is WCW 1992. It's crazy, man. So that's what we got for you all. Jim is a smart man. Everything on social media is the JIMDB. I tried it. I'm Troubles Rest everywhere except Twitter. There I am from Crockett Pod. I, of course, have just started another series on my Substack because, I mean, I couldn't be good to myself at all, called The Shotgun Shells. It is the story of WXW's survival through the pandemic era using Shotgun 2020 as its backdrop, and got a lot of great feedback for that. I appreciate that. Literally today, I finally started putting it out. I put it up yesterday. The interview I did with Mark Shuttle had a video for WXW. That was probably the best interview I've done so far of all of them. He is amazing. We talked after we recorded. I was like, dude, don't you have a job to do? You got to like drive to Dresden. And he's like, oh, you're right. Yeah. So, yeah, just chugging along. Voices of Wrestling, of course, still Don't know what I'm going to write about next. We'll see. I don't know what.
Nice, Adam. I don't know where the hell we're going next here, because this is just some weird fucking waters we've been charting here. But yeah, excited for this next little batch. Get some Japanese wrestling mixed in there. Wish the matches will be more interesting than what we've been watching. Stay safe out there, people.
Stay safe, stay smart, and watch some wrestling you enjoy instead of bitching about something you don't.